right now. Kendrick Lamar isn't my favorite rapper right now. He's not my favorite.
Is it Miles?
Slick, he one of them. What was your, give me 1 second, let me do this. But what was your thoughts on his uh his verse on Future's album? First, so did you hear the album? Like,
I
yeah,
did. I did. I feel like now I don't want to spark nothing up. This album had less songs that hit the way I was expecting them to hit than I expected, if that
understandable.
makes sense. Like that definitely hit. Like that is definitely like the energy that I expected throughout. It's some more songs, most definitely.
Yeah,
That slime song,
you said what now?
it's a the song where he got like the sample of Thug, the slimed in or slimed out song. It's a decent project. It's a good project, but I was just like, I had the bar up here and it's like right here, so
I
it's
think
not
I
like a
feel a little
letdown.
bit
But
too. Like it was it didn't sound like they reinvented anything. They just I've heard it feels like I heard it before. I heard it. It's just
to
what
an
I'm saying,
extent,
typical Future. You know.
hmm
Oh, and I'm a fan of Future, so I can listen to it, but it's
right?
not like I
It
got
wasn't,
anything new from it. It
but
does
that
have
Kendrick verse
replay
was.
value.
It
Kendrick's verse
felt
was
like
good.
it felt like damn near the album dropped to get that Kendrick verse out in this time frame. Like, if you had that verse from Kendrick, would you not drop your album right now?
Yeah, you might have to.
Not that it would be irrelevant at a later date, but it just wasn't. Wasn't there a For All the Dogs reference
I think
in
he
that verse?
felt like he did something about a K9. He made like a K9
Oh
reference
yeah, that was it.
because I'm like, yeah, that's really crazy. Um, just feel like basically been beefing like this forever. It's throwing subliminals. At this point, I feel like they should. It's not even worth a beef anymore. Do you
No,
think you
but
shoot
I
that
think
J. Cole?
it brings an energy to rap that has been missing because that's what rap, not what rap is, but like to an extent, that top spot is something that, you know what I mean, is jousted for, and you have to be not only willing to defend, but if you're gunning for it, you got to be able to take it. Like, and as far as people who have a legitimate argument for an all around best rapper, like most successful rapper, best rapper bar for bar, it's only those three. So it's kind of like a constant. J. Cole does it.
Yeah, he likes to reference them. He likes to bundle them together. And what Kendrick was saying, which I like, was like, bro, don't bundle me with none of y'all. Like I'm not a part of y'all big three. I'm about completely separated from what y'all doing. And I feel like I don't know.
Also, it seems kind of like calculated as well to put a, you know, put some,
Pressure on J. Cole.
no, but bring some pressure behind TDE as well.
Yeah, like
TDE needed that pressure.
he's no longer like TDE no more.
Is he's not TDE at all?
Mm-mm.
Dang, it's Schoolboy
Schoolboy is.
and Soul,
Yeah, but everybody else, I think Kendrick, he's starting his own label
J
based.
Rock. So Kendrick is no longer TDE.
He's no longer TDE. Um,
That's when did that happen?
oh, I want to say like maybe
Is that
two
an
or three
old
years
thing?
ago.
Is that before the Untitled Unmastered album or
No,
after?
that's after. It's like after Damn. Uh,
After Damn?
yeah, I would say after Damn. Yeah, he started a label. He signed Baby Keem to the label.
Oh, that would make sense.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was gonna do. I might do a live listening to that.
Did you get new gummies?
So what?
Did you get new gummies?
I have the same ones.
The same ones you haven't ate the rest of them?
Mm-mm. Yeah, I got the same ones. It's got me going a little slow. But yeah,
You ate one today?
you said what? Yeah, I ate one today.
You ate one today? Hey man, let's talk about trading, man. Since it's just me and you on here, man. I want to know, man,
We can talk about trading.
what was going through your head today as a post game interview?
But look at SPY right now. That's what was going through my
Is
head.
it doing it right now?
I think it's at 519.77.
No, it's not. Bro, I told you, it's baiting. Like I knew it would go after market. That's crazy.
So yeah, I
Hold
mean,
on.
it's just a casualties of the game. Like um,
No, it's still 520.40. But
that's where it ended.
at 3 p.m., 519.79. Like that's such a bait.
I know it takes you all day to do it, but I'm not overly upset about it because I'm like, okay, at least I feel like I was charting correctly. Like I know like what I was doing
Yes.
with the chart makes sense.
So game plan, would you still look for the same 518 level tomorrow?
Possibly if it stays in this area and it's under that 520 with the 0.80. If it's under that and it rejects that 80 again, I'll take more puts. But if it's over that 21, I may not even, you know what I'm saying? I might just have a whole new approach. You know what I'm talking about?
If it's over 521?
Yeah, it could still be puts, but I'm kind of like throwing out today's bias. Start tomorrow renewing. Just figure out what the market gives me.
Break down, break down VWAP.
You said VWAP,
VWAP.
volume weighted, average price.
Hmm.
They could probably see it on the YouTube.
So that's the average,
Volume.
basically that stock is being sold for,
Yes,
bought
it's
and sold
an
for.
indicator, and basically it bounces off the VWAP. It rejects the VWAP. It's just like a place where like there's a lot of pressure at. So if you could see the indicator, you understand what I'm saying. But like it follows the stock wherever it goes. It'll use that VWAP to bounce off of it, like to break under it, to reject it. It's just like an area of confluence, like what they're talking about.
So watching a trade, like say you're in a put and it goes. So is there an upper VWAP and a lower VWAP
You
or
can have a
no? It
VWAP
doesn't
that's
look like.
20. You can have a 20-day, like a 20-day moving VWAP.
Uh-huh.
You can have a 200-day VWAP. You know what I'm saying? You can adjust it. It could be like you can do it like the last 100 days volume weighted average. So you can, yes, you can have a high one, you can have a middle one, you can have a low one. It's really up to however many indicators you want to add. Like you could do a 1 day VWAP, like just today.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, it's definitely an interesting market to be in. Like people will say, oh my God, it's not to jump into politics, but like, oh my God, it's a Republican or I mean a Democrat year and it's green, but that doesn't mean that it's a good green. It seems like the market's green, but there's less money out here. Like everything's more expensive. You see what I'm saying? It's not always a good thing that it's going up, but I do think I do think that it's I still want to say it's a bullish market, like for sure. In my opinion, it's still a bullish market. Just maybe this
Where
week.
we at all time high for spot the other day?
I feel like it's hmm, when he
I feel like it was mentioned.
it's probably like 524 was the
All
all
time
time
high.
high. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we was right around there the other day.
I wish you could see my chart. Um, it's on this YouTube live thing. Um,
It's on the live.
yeah, they could see it.
Okay. Oh shit. Damn.
Might
I could
do.
probably go get my computer or go set up on my computer.
Really, I would just say the VWAP, you can, do you still have Webull or do you use TradingView?
I only been using, and I'm not proud to say it, but I only been using the Robinhood charts. I look at both on my phone and on my computer, and then I just purchase and get out off of my phone.
Hey, that's basically the same thing. It's not like it's just
It's
extra.
not spot on. It's less accurate, but like
It's doing the same thing realistically.
essentially, yeah.
Why do you need to know the ticks? Why do you need to have the graphics to see the ticks so good if it's still going
When
down
it
or still
when
going?
it the thing about Robinhood though is when it gets glitchy, I just get out. Like whether it's up or down, because Robinhood has a tendency to get glitchy. When it gets glitchy, I'll get out. So if it's going down, I'm just like, okay, I'm done. Because usually if it's glitching, it's probably doing something I don't like to do. Now, if it just glitches and shoots in the direction that I'm wanting to see, then I'll just play accordingly. But like if it starts doing weird stuff, like today, it was doing weird stuff going down towards, I guess, the VWAP where it was up at point 0.8 down to like 30. I just didn't like it.
Yeah, they got people
It
good.
would it would start to go one day, I mean one way, and then just like get stuck. And then Robinhood, obviously the graphs, if you look at Robinhood every day, it does weird stuff. Like the graph, it was just doing weird stuff, but it wasn't doing weird stuff in the right direction. It'd start going the right direction and then just freeze, or and then it'd be back down. So I was like, yeah, no, that doesn't look right.
Yeah. The
It
four
didn't
hour
go
chart.
either direction.
Yeah. The 4 hour chart just still feels bearish. Um, just something you just gotta keep playing at and
I feel
looking
like
at it.
it'll touch that low tonight.
Probably it probably will open up.
So when the market closes, is volume still a thing?
Yeah, you can still buy shares. That's one
You
of
can
my
still buy shares.
we would have a lot of money. All of us like us trading our trading team if we just bought shares. You know what I'm saying?
You think so?
Hmm. We've been trading spy. Um, it was at 300. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah, I was in the 300s. 300s when we were trading all these stocks. So I'm just like, yeah. I mean, having an account where I do that is just it's not that much movement. You gotta pay a lot of money just for it to move $3.
To get in, yeah. But then over time, when you look back at it, it's like, damn,
It only just
no
went up.
Diddy. Say what went out?
You said no Diddy. You see where his house got raided.
Uh,
Yeah, they said his house got raided on the internet. TMZ.
that makes sense. I just seen a meme that said he pulled the lever on the wall and got away.
That's the
If anybody had an escape lever in their house, I feel like it would be Diddy.
he probably needs one. That's not a bad tool to have, to be honest. Like having a, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm not no Diddy. You know what I'm saying?
You go put an escape tunnel.
No Diddy, but I want to escape tunnel in my house.
Hey man, can't lie. That sounds kind of fly.
You know what I'm saying? If shit happened, an atomic bomb went off. You know what I'm saying? You can go to your bunker,
Close the hatch down. You good?
eat your chili and ramen for the rest of your life. For about
Have you have it stocked with ramen noodles?
some chili. Chili's a good food. You know, have it stopped. They say that I think you gotta survive a certain amount of days and then you can like basically go out on Earth again. Whatever
Mm,
the atomic bomb would do wears off after a certain amount of time. You could just finally go out. But the world will be over with type shit. Don't you find it kind of funny that they made a full project dissing another band,
who?
Metro and Future?
That was a project dissing Drake.
I think so.
The entire project.
The entire project, man. The whole thing.
I gotta re-listen to it then. I definitely felt the Kendrick verse, but that would make sense because if it was a project dissing Drake, J. Cole wouldn't be the one to get. I don't think the J. Cole verse would hit as hard.
Yeah, you think J. Cole gonna respond?
J. Cole gonna respond, yeah. He got a response.
Is Drake gonna respond?
Um, yeah, he gonna make a whole thing.
Hang
His
on.
writer's going crazy right now.
Tell me if you can you tell me if you can hear this? Hang on.
His writer's going crazy. Time for them to earn that keep.
Yeah, man.
Imagine being Drake's writer and everything's all fine and dandy. You doing like house music albums and shit. And then Kendrick this Drake. So now you gotta,
No, he got different writers for that.
ooh, he gotta have different writers for that.
He got his battle rap, murder somebody writers. He got his dance.
Man,
He's got his control, his what they call it, Afro beats. He got his Afro beats.
I
His
don't
country,
think he was expecting it.
his country music writers. If you
Has
need,
this album been out for a minute now, a few days? I don't think he was expecting it. Normally, I feel like he would have responded. He responded on stage. I seen a video of him talking to the fans on stage, but
To let you know how I'm feeling. Listen,
yeah.
I'm feeling the same way I want you to walk out of your feeling about your fucking self. Because you know how I'm feeling? I got my fucking head up high. My back.
this is my speech after losing that money in the market.
Hey, bro, you needed to hear that. You needed to hear that one. Hey, man,
You
you
need to
needed
put,
to hear that
you
one.
need to take that and use the caption when you just not that I, but you can caption like when you blow your whole account, when you blow your whole Robinhood account on the Monday.
On a Monday. I don't even want to trade on Mondays. I'm not gonna lie to
Hey, with Jay Dunes, when he be saying that, I be like, hey, bro, shut the fuck up, man. We trying to make some money on
you.
Monday.
Man, no, but
He right.
that's like I be wanting it so bad on Monday, especially if I'm trading like with a margin account and I don't wait it for funds to settle over the weekend. But that's just more psychology. I gotta be more patient. Hey, but I won today. I took $1 from
You took a dollar from in a day that was difficult. It was a very choppy day.
his.
It's a, that's what I'm saying.
Oh
Like,
my god.
there's been plenty of times where I would take that. I'll take that 100. You know what I'm saying? And it'll go down like two thousand. So it's just like
Right.
you win some, you lose some. It's just like,
Right.
and there'll be so many times where that happens where you take one. It's just be like, I'm
The
not taking
more I the
it.
more I think about trimming, the more complicated it gets. Like that's not one trade anymore.
No, uh-uh. It has, it can be as many trades as you want. Like one time,
Right.
for instance, I have 25 contracts. I can trade five.
Right. That's 25 trades
You potentially have 25 trades.
potentially.
Okay.
That's 25
Times you could trim
trades
down.
potentially. Technically.
Or you could do three trims. One time, five,
Right.
10 times, and then your last 10 in the last trim, like,
The more I thought about that, the more I saw ways that I could lose myself money, and I don't like it.
mm, yes and no, but it's just like when you when you're trying to get those type of numbers, you have to have more than one contract. So like then
Right.
that's when you're just in that position to where you're like, okay, well, I'm up a lot of money right now. I can just let me just trim off some. Then
I
that's
think more than likely what I'm gonna lead with is doing one trade primarily if I feel potential or feel some type of
but it
way,
doesn't count
then
that way.
leave
Like
25%.
Robinhood's not going to charge you like as those are all different day trades. Well, they might do it in that account. I'm pretty sure
If I
maybe.
trade, if I buy them all at once and then I trade like three-quarters of it, and then that's two different trades, right?
I do believe so. I'm not 100% sure because it's been so long since
But
I used it.
I'm happy to do that in a margin account though.
That's something I wouldn't mind trying again, turning that back on and just seeing how that works as well. Like just doing 3 day trades a week. Um,
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Like I usually switch to now they have like rules to where you can't switch back and forth, but I
uh-huh.
usually switch on Friday um to a cash account if I'm gonna switch to a cash account at all because I'm not gonna do more than three trades on a day.
You know, not in a day. I'd say the most
And
I
then
would understand.
I can always switch to a margin account right after I do that.
Yeah.
So if I feel froggy, I feel like YOLOing. I
You
might put
know,
some money in that I
you can
don't
switch it on
really
the day when
have.
you got done trading. You see what I'm saying? Like, say if you traded today and you used all of them up, you can switch it now and probably get it tomorrow. I don't know.
Well,
If
no,
you,
it's gonna settle tomorrow anyways.
I just mean like if you were on the account where you can, um, I guess it's the option trading account
Hmm.
where you can trade. You like say you made money, you can get that same money back instantly, instant deposit it back. Uh,
That's a cash account.
no, it's not. That you have to wait for the next day to get it. I mean, like I guess it's considered margin.
Is that a margin account?
Uh-huh. That's
And
the
I'm saying
margin.
it backwards then.
Yeah.
I say the cash account because that's I consider like I get the cash. You know what I'm saying? But I guess that's not
They,
right.
they call it cash account because you put in your cash in there to trade with. If you use the margin, like you can use your cash and then when it's done, they're gonna margin you the money you just made to trade
Oh,
and the money that you started with to take another trade. They have to let you do that 3 times a
makes
week.
sense. Makes sense.
It's just like that makes sense. That strategy makes sense when I get into play and I get out basically early.
Right.
It gives me the opportunity to possibly get back in if but realistically, nah. You'd be chasing something.
Bro, I be wanting to swing trade so bad.
That's
Like,
that's the best I've
but
ever been
even
trading when I swing trade.
even still, I don't I I don't know because I would have threw 418. I would have been having a but then again, how far out? Because it still looks like it's gonna hit it. But when was that the level to watch? Last Wednesday
I mean, it's on a
for the
downtrend.
418 dip?
I would say if you wanted to do a 518, you would need to probably do Friday. That'd be the safest way to go because the money that
Oh, 518, my
getting
bad.
less contracts is worth having more time to for the money to like grow and accumulate if you have more time for the play to develop. I have that strategy going further. Spark just makes they just make the contracts look so good on the same day expiration ones. You can buy like
Right.
25 contracts for $1,000 type shit, or like 30 contracts, and it just be like, let it go.
But you'll profit faster on a same day contract or a next day contract than you will stretching it out further. Like you don't even have to realistically be in the money to make money. That's how I've been like if a call right outside of the money is what I'll take, then as soon as it starts printing, my contract's gonna move as well. It's not maybe the most profitable strategy, but it's one where I can get out with $1 and not lose it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
And I have profited using that strategy before because if I'm watching those calls, a lot of times once it actually gets to those levels, then the in the money call is actually affordable if I wait on that level.
a lot of it's just
So
being
waiting
patient.
on those changes too.
Like Grizzlies point was perfect. I got in slightly
Man,
early. I got in like point 0.6, point 0.7 type area. So like his area was perfect. And mine was like I was already down 10% before it took his well like I guess 5%. I don't know, 3 to 5% before it even got to where I should have started it. See what I'm saying? So like that I just took that 5% away from the profit. by starting early, by starting too early, not waiting for that specific
Hey,
3-8.
we need to start doing post game interviews after the trading days, man. I
I
feel like
know.
that's something. I be trying to reflect on what's going on, man. It's
Yeah.
definitely a skill to have.
Me and it's just tomorrow's a brand new game. Like whatever happens today,
Right.
like it could happen, like good or bad. Like it's
The same thing could happen tomorrow,
the same exact thing can happen tomorrow, but it's still it's a whole different. mm, Basically, the
but you
vibes will
have
be
to
different.
approach it different.
Yeah, the volume will be different. It could be. You see how slow and choppy it was? It could be more volatility tomorrow.
I feel like it's going to be a lot more volatile tomorrow because
Yeah,
of
nothing.
the way that it moved today. Like the way that it didn't want to reach, like go past either level. Like it wasn't even really testing either level. It would just hang out on the upper end and then hang out in the middle, then hang out on the upper end, then hang out on the bottom, then hang out in the middle. Like it wasn't testing for it wasn't pushing past nothing.
Mm, that's what it's like. Yeah,
It it get right down to that lower level around point
30,
three
20,
zero
and bounce to 40.
and go right back up to 40, 50, hang out, and then go to 70, and then back down to 60. Then we back at 40. Then they go to 20. And that motion don't make you no money.
It don't. That's like they're making money on both sides. That's I'm like, who's making that money because both sides is losing. So I'm wondering, is it just like the brokerages that's making the money? Because the calls, like calls probably got hit probably harder if you think about it. Like if you had a 521 call, like you lost more money than puts did today because it was at I got out when it was around 30. It was like around 20 to 30.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like,
And it's back, and it was back down 11, like 19 at getting closer to close.
yeah, they liquidated. That's also something you should know. They liquidated for you at 3:30. If you don't
Mm-hmm.
sell it by that time, they sell it as soon as it hits 3:30,
Otherwise, you would have to buy 100 shares
which
per
is
call.
understandable for most coons. You know how much money that'd be? That'd be like $50,000. Um, I don't know.
For one.
For what?
For one.
For 100 shares.
Yeah.
For
For one call.
one call is a
For
hundred
one put.
shares.
Right.
So like I had a lot of, you know what I'm saying? That's not realistic. Like I had a lot of the things. Like, this I
So
rather
how do
play
you
that
play for
way.
real then?
I rather play that way. I rather swing. I rather hit home run or get struck out. You see what I'm saying?
Right,
Like
because if you do that, at least you get your money.
exactly.
Like if you do that, at least you're stuck with 100 shares of the company at that price, whatever that price may be, rather than just being out your loss. You still own something.
You own it, which gives it time to mature over time. Like this is a
Right.
one day
And for
idea,
you to get your money back. Like, okay, so if you get say you get a put and it's out of the or you get a call and it's out of the money, right? It's low. Don't you get the money if it just goes up to the price that you called? Like the next week, you wouldn't make the same profits. Well,
you mean
not the same profits, but you would profit
you mean if you had the shares?
if you own the shares.
Yeah, it'd be the same exact
You might
amount.
not profit, but you would have more than what happened when the option
No, no, no.
closed.
You will have it's like right in the middle of both, like whatever the beta and like the decay will be. So it's like a fixed number. Like you can add it up. You see what I'm saying? If I had 100 shares at 520, I can just do the math and know exactly how much I'll have. For contracts,
at 521 or 524.
they have decay. You see what I'm saying? They decay based on when the contract ends.
Yeah, that's a different game.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I'm playing that game, but not in Robinhood because I don't.
Oh, with the funded
I
account.
I know I play like I buy shares like in this Ally banking account. You can like buy actual shares of the company, but like with options. I like doing it with Robinhood. You just got more control. The interface looks cooler.
I think that is a big part of it, the interface, but that's a big part of actually
How they take
like
your money.
that's how they take your money. But I feel like I'm learning as well to play against Robinhood. Like notice, hey, this looks like a time when they're about to take my money and not let them take as much of my money. Because even when they take profits, that's not fair. Because I wasn't supposed to only make $1 today. I was supposed to make like $10 a day, but it did that weird thing. As soon as I clicked sell, hey, I got out before it. And two, a part of that was the motion that it was doing, because it was a big difference in the value of the put between 20 and 50, but that's not a far range to jump. That's like 2 minutes. If that, it can do that in 30 seconds.
Exactly. I'm I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see what the volume is by. I'm going to trade it tomorrow. I'm gonna go definitely go lighter and just have a different approach on it, just as far as just getting in and out and just build a base on trading it because I haven't really been trading it in the last week, 2 weeks or so, 3 weeks or so, because it just doesn't move as much as like the other stocks do. It'll do this to you. And if you get the other stocks, you can still swing them the whole entire week. You know what I'm saying? Like always. But SPY, I don't know, it's just something about trading SPY. They calling it out, you know?
Because SPY is not the same as like a business.
Yes, it has basically,
It's not the same as Apple itself or as Tesla itself.
no, it's ETF, so it's different.
Right.
But
So it can be affected by more than one business at a time.
exactly,
It's affected by what industry?
I would say tech, majority tech, but it's a mix of all. The top
That's what
two,
composes SPY.
yeah, the top two is Microsoft and Apple. So, but it has all the other, it has like healthcare, probably any other oil, whatever sector you could think of is in there. But they might have a small percentage. That's why I'll have Apple, I'll have Spire, Microsoft on the like on my tickers, and Nvidia and QQQ Tesla.
I have all of those on my watch list in Robinhood, but the only thing I ever look at is SPY because I get I get distracted while watching the SPY chart, and that's the only chart that I'm watching. I don't want to watch multiple charts.
No, you don't have to watch the chart. You just have the
Oh, set levels.
no, like I guess because I have a perspective of trading view, but like